There was a time when you trained, and you were not in your best shape, or you finished your work and you felt like you're fucking the best. You looked yourself in the mirror, you saw the best you felt good. It made your fucking day, regardless of how you really were. But there was a time where you're in shape, better shape, much better shape, but you just didn't look. You looked at yourself in the mirror, and you didn't like what you see. So what are we chasing? The body or the mindset? Do you see what I'm saying? I know so many clients, so many people that focus on the end result. There is no end result. It keeps growing. The image keeps growing. We're being guided to follow a path. When I realized that when I got to my ideal state, it was just a moment. I still remember I was at the gym. The lights were beaming into the gym. It was in our school. Big windows. It was just beaming in. First thing in the morning. I just remember this fucking and I was like, I'm here. And I got over it like in a second. I was just like, oh, it's a hard work. I love fucking the workouts. I like when it's hard. And it dawned on me. And that was a pivotal moment because I also really understood that like I'm in control of my internal state, and if I continuously grow towards something, I'm good. It doesn't have to be a fucking deadlift 500 pounds. It's growth towards whatever dimension you want to. Because I'm more focused on growing stronger, faster. I like lifting things heavy and fast, or even slow at times. That's the foundation. As long as we're doing something physical that helps challenge us and elevates our internal state, it's going to change our reality structure and change our perception of reality in terms of how we feel that moment in time. Everybody has the physical capabilities to do it. If you got hands and legs, congratulations. You have a gift regardless of your size and your genetic makeup. You just have to be put in the right environment. Some people more aerobic over anaerobic, some people more anaerobic over aerobic, but I focus on stronger, faster. Doesn't mean I don't do aerobic. I fucking bike a shit ton. I can bike up to like 160 kilometers in a day with a 1 speed. It's not bragging rights. I used to fucking hate biking. I embrace oxygen. I embrace the nervous system. I embrace electricity. I like creating a lot of energy. This is what it's about. The body, once you get it, cool. Now use it. Fuck you, just think you're gonna get the body and just abuse it? Come on, man. We've all done that mistake. I do it time to time. When I eat the wrong things, ingest the wrong things, I get an internal signal which doesn't feel right. Regret is our guideline. We're always being guided from an internal state with an emotional feeling based off our actions. And deep down inside, you gotta be really honest on what's pulling us back. Once you remove those moments in time, and you can create consistency, that will give you clarity in terms of where you need to go. You need structure. Everybody needs structure. I am structured. If I'm not following my structured plan, it fucking messes up my whole life. It's not just a workout plan, a nutrition plan, it's also a life plan, a structure to your daily process for work and home. I had to learn that, but I learned it through training. The discipline, the consistency, the growth. And then when I trained really fucking hard, and I got more closer to the body that I always dreamed of, I looked at myself and I appreciate myself. But if I slip, I don't train, that person I admire to be in the physical sense, give me 3-4 days, even a week, my words will get a lot fucking weaker in terms of what I say. I just won't be there. The body's an ego boost. The ego is fragile. Once you understand that, you will never stop. You will keep your word and be consistent and keep growing. I know what works for me. It's worked like a charm. Anyone who does this works 100%. When we keep track of our movement, when we keep track of our nutrition, and maintain that throughout the day, it's not an up and down, a roller coaster. It's just a slow up. It's up, plateau, up, plateau, up, plateau. You're always rising. That's the perfect state because everything's either positive or flat. There are moments of negativity. These are exceptions and outliers, but that's what growing strong and fast is all about. You control your internal state by the decisions you make every single day, especially your workouts, and when you tap into a more physical specimen in terms of what you admire to be, you get rewarded with a higher energy state. You're grateful to be alive. This is what has worked for me. The end result, it's part of the process, but it's a mindset that gets people get really fucked up because that's what the fitness industry is teaching us. But then again, that's what the people are talking about. I want to lose 20 pounds. You really want to feel good. That's what you really want. I can make you lose 20 pounds and hate yourself. But what's fucked up is a lot of clients, which I've trained, They're so focused on losing the 20 pounds, just getting to the goal of losing 20 pounds, even if it's in an unhealthy state, is what gives them pride. It's the achievement of the goal itself, because it was hard. So some of them will just fuck up their macros, water, and they wonder why their energy is low, and they realize it's not the weight loss, it's making them lose weight. They're like, we're stuck with the body fat. It's all just bad blueprint based off belief systems that people have. You ingest the wrong things, and you can't get clarity. You can't go into the gym, and there's no structure. If you're not structured with your workouts or nutrition, guess what happens? You look yourself in the mirror, you're not happy with what you see, because there's an uphill climb that you need to overcome. And why would you make it already harder than it is? I wake up super fucking early to get these workouts in and these videos. I can't be fucking around with stupid ass shit. If I do, I get irritated. If I get irritated or angry or depressed, which very rarely happens, but it can happen, mostly irritable, I need a process to get me out of this fucking state. Because I know I have oxygen, water, a body that I'm in complete control of, then I focus on that first. If internally I feel off, I start focusing on my internal state. It's always calling me into act in a certain manner. When I do that, fuck man, this shit's easy. So BJJ, martial arts, this is all just ego stuff. It does give you a sense of clarity, because playtime is fun time when we struggle and fight. So play fighting, it does put you in a higher state. You add strength training to that, fuck. You do this every single fucking day. Shit. I remember a guy once told me, he's like, yo, so what do you get at jiu-jitsu? You're never gonna use in real life. You're gonna lay on the floor and you're gonna tackle someone's gonna shoot you in the head. And they didn't realize why I do it. It's devices. You get that shit out of your system. You don't want to really do anything, smoke, drink, anything when you're in that elevated of a state. If you do, and you sabotage, you're not there yet, which is kind of fucked up. There's levels to this game. And when you're a complete clarity, you're oozing, you just want to stand outside regardless of the weather, just be there. There are times I come home from practice, it's 9, 10, 11 p.m., sometimes from the gym, I just want to stand outside. Just stand. I don't want to go to bed because I'm so fucking vibing high after a long fucking day from 2:30 a.m. and all the way up to fucking 6:45 a.m. class or p.m. class. And then I stayed after class. I either coached people or helped myself. I trained another time. And at that time I was working in a restaurant, prepping food, midday. So I barely got sleep, sometimes 2 to 4, and some power naps in between. So net some, maybe 2 to 5 sometimes, consistent, max net some. It's hard. I didn't quit, I didn't tap. Those workouts are important to me. Because I'd rather have self-worth by maintaining my word and being consistent, because it elevates my internal state and how I view myself in the mirror, than breaking my word, going out of shape, and living with that lack of self-worth. That's a fucking anchor. And then you see yourself in a certain manner you're not really happy with. But when you're winning through the steps and you go into your workouts with a structured mindset, there are curveballs, but you'll learn. There's a lot of mindset to this. And then once you get through that day and you put a level of effort where you know for a fact you grew, and you know, deep down inside you can feel it. You can feel the positivity and no lack of negativity. You go through your day and you see yourself in a positive manner. In the vision which you are creating. It's the work. The work precedes the image. Without the image, without the work, there's no image, self-image, in a positive manner. And we can lose it very quickly. This is what it's about. This is why I do it. So if you're struggling out there and you have any sort of questions in terms of self-image, how you want to get stronger, faster, get through hard times in life, nothing's stopping you from DMing, messaging me, asking me questions. I'm quick to respond, and once I respond, I'll give you some kind of guidance and support.